God!
Just because the warranties run out doesn't mean you can't get it repaired.
You are fired. You are no longer allowed to drive anything.
We have no other jockey wheel options because I hate jockey wheels. But this would be really handy if we had one. No, the door's going, and if I can't get a door, the van's going. We always turn this magic black button off, except for the last time we left. That van is burning to the ground. Righto. G'day, Craig and Tracy here, Caravans by the Campfire. How you going?
Oh, fine. Getting eaten by the ferns.
Yes, as promised. This episode is going to be all about warranty. So if you hang around till towards the end of this episode, you're going to see two big things that have happened to us. And I'm not sure warranty would save us.
No, the only thing would save you is you.
They were almost catastrophic.
Well,
Hang around till the end of the video. Now, an update on the Bruder.
Oh, right. Oh, my God.
I finally got in contact with them.
No, they got in contact with you.
Yes. Well, they got in contact.
Yes.
And it was like 5 or 6 days later, after the stampede.
Oh.
Now, if you haven't caught up with this, just go back and have a look. They launched this upmarket product right in the $170,000 range, which is sort of disrupting the industry, I think.
Well, it's a new player in the market, mate.
And I was threatening to sell everything. So what we've done is we've booked ourselves in.
That's so funny.
We've booked ourselves in and we're going up there in April.
Yes, we are.
So we're going to have a little rundown of their factory, check out this new machine, and we'll go from there, eh? Here's what's happened, right?
Yeah.
They've bombarded. People are obviously buying, putting a deposit down. So manufacturing's jumped from 6 months, it's already at 12 months.
Yeah, so if you...
So by the time we go up there...
Could be 18 months.
Could be 18 months.
We won't be seen until Christmas 2026.
That's going to be a problem for me. I can't wait that long.
Yeah. Yes.
If it's any good, look out.
The good thing about it is I haven't heard about the Jayco Silverline for an entire 7 days of my life. It's such a good week.
Talking about Jayco Silverlines,
Oh, God.
special shout out, Mark and Megan, isn't it?
Yes.
They got in touch with us because they bought themselves a Silverline, and not only that, they've up-specced it. They've got the airbag suspension and the extra battery power and solar.
Oh, aren't you jealous?
So I'm going to try and run into them at some stage in the future down there. They're from Victoria, right? Anyway, let's get into it.
You're the favourite.
In this episode, we're going to give you our experiences from our own van. Right, now, we went out and we bought actually a second-hand van, and we've even rented it out.
Yep.
So it's survived that. It's got one more rental to go, and then we're going to get it back and fit it out with everything we want, unless I decide the Bruder's better, right? You just got to understand what warranties are and what they're all about, and remember this all the time. The seller knows more than you about the product.
Oh, yeah, that's obvious.
You got that?
They're the manufacturer.
So when you go in there, it's like, you must be aware. Yeah. What's that Latin word for that?
Buyer beware.
Yeah, I know, but what's the Latin for that? Sounds sexier. Okay, what you got to remember is underpinning all this warranty stuff. So you've got the Australian consumer law. So that's a whole lot of laws to protect the consumer, to advise people that are selling you stuff how to go about it and what warranties need to be in place, what standard of production needs to be achieved. Yep. And then you have the ACCC, which is the Australian, what is it again? Competition and Consumer Commission. That's like a whole lot of stuff, isn't it?
Yes.
They're the people you go to if you're having trouble with a warranty issue. The person you're buying from. Now, it doesn't matter whether you're buying from the manufacturer themselves or from a retailer. If you're buying from a retailer, that retailer is just as responsible as the manufacturer. So they should be fixing your warranty needs. And you're going to have a situation where the standard warranty on a caravan might be 2 years, structural warranty, and then 5 years for the chassis. There are a number of things you need to be aware of.
Yep.
Sometimes the warranties within that 2 year period for the body or the shell of the caravan and the workmanship there, they contain things like your fridge, your air conditioner unit. These are all third-party products. The onus is ultimately on the retailer to help you get those things resolved.
Yep.
Now, if they're the kind of company that just say to you, no, that's not our fault, mate, you need to go and talk to the fridge people, they're the kinds of brands that you don't want to go near because they're not really offering you any help. Sure, it might be a fridge that's broken down and it has a 12-month warranty, and you've got to deal with the fridge company. But they should be helping you do that.
That's the majority of companies, though. That's the majority of caravan companies. That's what it is. The fridge or an aircon unit break down, off you go, talking to whoever manufactured that product, and then you're at their whim. So if their warranty is 12 months and your van is 13 months old, no warranty.
So you just got to be careful. When you're going and you're looking to buy a van, have a thorough look at the warranty conditions.
Yeah.
Because they'll say things like, you know, if you see limited lifetime warranty in there, that really applies either one or two ways to the lifetime expectancy of the product or to the lifetime ownership of the first person that bought it. So once you sell, it's no longer
the warranties aren't transferable. Some companies do that, some don't. It depends on what part of that is transferable.
In our case, we rang the company and said, look, we've just bought the van. They transferred the warranty to us, which is a good thing. It had a couple of years to go. I want to go through now what's happened to us. Let's take the first thing.
Yeah.
So we get our van, we cruise down, and what happens first?
Airbag fuse.
A simple thing. The fuse, I'm operating the airbags up and down. Now imagine if you didn't have any airbags, you wouldn't have this problem.
No.
But anyway, we have the airbags. We're lowering it up and down. We had to move the van to a different spot because people had left.
And there was a great spot available. You've got to take it. You've got to take it.
That's what you do. You move, right?
Yeah.
So we hook her up, and then I go to lift the airbags up, and there's nothing.
Didn't work.
Nothing.
Nothing.
So we go searching. Half an hour later, I'm looking for every fuse under the sun, thinking that's what it is. And then you just lift up the seat.
Yep. I just lift up the seat and there's a red light. Oh, I think this is what you're looking for. There's a red light here on the top of the batteries.
Okay, so we finally find where the fuse is, and it says 25 amps. So I get my stash of fuses. Yep. Which everyone should have. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Keep your spare fuses there. So I get a 25 amp one out. I put it in. Bang.
Nothing.
Goes again.
Goes again, yeah.
And I'm thinking, what's going on here? Maybe there's a loose connection. So I trace all the wires, make sure everything's done up properly. That's all fine. Go again, another fuse blown. Mm-hmm. Now, truth be known, if I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, oh, my van's under warranty.
Yeah.
Right? What are you going to do now? You've checked the fuse, you've put a fuse in that says 25 amp, the one you've taken out, and you put the fuse in.
Yeah.
Right? You can't fix it. What are you going to do? You're down the ditch somewhere in the paddock. What are you going to do? If you're not handy at all, what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Well, if you're not going to carry any fuses, well, you're sort of going to have to take it out. Like,
no, but say you're there by yourself. What do you do? What do you think about fixing it? Whose fault is this?
Well, if it's under... Oh, it's a really hard one.
Well, whose fault is it? It's not working. No, it doesn't.
Well,
it's not working.
If the van's brand new and this happens, it's under warranty, so it will go back to get fixed. If it's not under warranty, you better have the parts. So if you buy a van, you should be carrying, you should, first of all, look at all the fuses that are in the van and make sure that you have backups for them. You have got spare parts.
So you're down there by yourself, you're not handy on the tools.
Not at all.
Right? You're not understanding what's going on. You've done your best to say, well, 25 amp fuse, I'm going to put another one in. Still not working. You're going to be on the phone, aren't you?
Well, I'd ring them, yes.
Yeah, and maybe they're going to walk you through a number of steps to fix it.
Well, they probably would, but if you haven't got the parts, that's going to be a problem because the fuse is blowing, so you need the part.
So this is about really what happened to us, okay? But if it's happening to you out there and you don't know what to do, you are going to ring up and you're probably going to get told, oh, you need to get it to X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you've got some off-road service contract with someone, perhaps they will come out and have a look at it for you. But the question here is this something that is in the warranty? Then you've got a whole range of other problems. I'm down the bush. I can't get the van out. What am I going to do? Help me, please. So you probably get on one of those Facebook pages. You're at the perils of, who's around who can help me. So that's the kind of situation you can get in. Anyway, as it turned out,
it was...
When you're thinking a little bit handy about it, you just got to think logically. 25 amp keeps blowing and blowing and blowing. Have a look at the pump and it says that it needs to be 35. Mm-hmm. What do you know? Put the 35 amp fuse in, and away you go. So at some point, that had blown a fuse. They didn't have a 35 amp one, and they put a 25 amp one in.
Yep.
So that would be the problem. What happened next?
Blackjack.
This thing failed, right? And it failed whilst a hirer had the van. Now, we don't know what actually went on there.
Yeah.
It was just completely freaked out. Nothing to do with electricity, it was just the motor, just jammed up, something was going on with it. We get it back, take it all apart, and we fix it. But the thing is, if that was under warranty and you had no idea what to do, you would be ringing the company, wouldn't you?
Yep.
And they'd probably say to you, well, that's a third-party item, that's a Blackjack. They have their own warranty.
That's right.
And in their case, their warranty, I think, might be 2 years. Next thing, you're on the phone to Blackjack. Meanwhile, it's still hooked up to your car because you haven't worked out how to take it off yet. Right. It's got a real flimsy bit in its construction inside. So I can't show you that now because I've already fixed it. So I'm putting it back together. So if I can get it back together, we'll have another Blackjack. You know how I go on about jockey wheels all the time?
Yeah.
Well, we don't have a jockey wheel, so the thing's stuck on the car.
Yeah.
I'll have to think about what I can do. I did see my mate the other day on his JK Silverline. He had a Blackjack, but he also had a jockey wheel that was strapped up underneath.
On the chassis.
On the chassis. It was bolted on there. So in case of this, he could just get that out and use it. So you're on the phone to them, they check it all out. Yep, we'll send you out another one. When the new one arrives, you have to install it. What if you're not handy? This is where the retailer or the manufacturer of that van who supplied you that van with the Blackjack on it, you're going to be expecting them to organise for someone to fit that item. And I think that's fair enough. Now, a lot of warranties, you'll find they won't do that. That's your responsibility. Yeah. So again, check out in the fine details.
Next one, LED light strip. This was your catastrophe, your worst nightmare.
The only problem is, look at that, pathetic. I think, look, 3 to 5 years LED light strips, depending on how often you're travelling.
Yeah.
If you're a permanent full-time traveller and you've got those big LED light strips, I'm sure they're going to fail. The little buds. Yeah.
Yep.
And if you've got a lower quality van, right, with lower quality LED lights, chances are they're probably going to fail quicker.
Yep.
So if that's within the period of time of the warranty for workmanship and stuff, they're going to have to repair that.
Oh, we have seen them because in the vans that we all took out, a lot of the vans had LED light strips and a lot of them had failed, remember, in the vans. And that was between, those vans were between 2 and 3 years of age, and there was a variety
they tend to fail
LED lights missing. So
just after the warranty runs out.
Yeah,
so let's just say it's within the warranty period. Please bring it back to our factory, or please take it to Tracy's Caravan Repair Centre.
That won't be happening.
Which is 100 kilometres away.
Yeah.
We rang up the company, said, hey, this is what's going on. What should I do? How do I do it? They just sent me down the correct strip for that side of the van. And after half an hour of mucking around how it actually works, so they don't give you any instructions, because it's not rocket science, right? We find out how it works, and
I had no idea looking at it.
And then we install it ourselves. There's no way I'm going to a caravan repairman and waiting for 3 months firstly to get in, if not longer. And if you've got any stories to tell, put them in the comments about how long you actually wait for warranty repairs.
Okay, cool. Next one, water pump.
Again, just out of the warranty period, the thing fails. But if it fails...
No, it doesn't fail. I just noticed it was dripping water and the water was a bit rust coloured. There's a little bit drips underneath the sink and I'm like, oh. So then I told you and you were checking the pipes and then you were like, yeah, I think the water pump's at end of days.
In the first instance, there was a leak in one of the pipes.
Yeah.
And these John Guest fittings, if you're not perfect with the assembly of those, they will develop leaks over time. And we found some little marks on the pipe, which meant that a little bit of water was leaking.
Yep.
So when I fixed that, we realised that it was seeping out the water pump.
Yep.
Now, if you've got an aluminium housed water pump, have a look at this in your van, and you're travelling around and you're outdoors all the time and you're using it a lot, they start to get a little bit of discoloration or a little bit of corrosion, and they ultimately will fail. You'll get water just coming through the housing of the water pump. We upgraded that to a U-Butte marine one that's all plastic.
Yep.
To aid to our plastic fantastic.
So again, maintenance and repairs.
But the problem is, though, if that's in the warranty period, you're ringing up saying my water pump's had it. A lot of caravan companies will send you out a new water pump straight away.
But for us, outside the warranty period, maintenance and repairs on the owner. Next, screws.
Now, if you've had any kind of caravan before, you know screws appear from anywhere.
Especially when you open the door, they just sort of sit there like the dog, greeting you. Hello, I'm here.
It's like putting together any of those assemble yourself pieces of furniture, car parts, whatever.
Oh, right, flat
You
packs.
end up with some extras. Like every caravan, screws come out. You're just wandering around randomly and you open the door and there's a screw on that floor. Screw here. So we've had this one for a while. Don't know where it's come out of. However, stay there. Oh! Mother. Well, I think this is the screw. Yeah.
Oh, God.
So all of a sudden, that hinge, way stronger. Look at that.
Yeah, that is it.
And there's another screw that mysteriously appeared, and we can't find anywhere where that would go. Have a look here. Yeah, when the cupboard closes, it goes in there. But the failing is, every time it goes in there, pushes against it, it rotates it loose.
So we just got to keep fixing it.
What is that? Now,
Well, you seem to.
just by using the van, you go in now and again and you go, oh, there's a screw on the ground. And you have a little search and you say, I wonder where that came from. When you start finding this stuff, you're starting to think, geez, is my van falling apart? I'm going to ring up. If it's in the warranty period, you're going to ring up and say, hey, listen, there's screws appearing everywhere. Can someone please have a look at my van? And when they say to you, yeah, that's fine. Or if you have a Jayco, and I've seen this many times, people just drive into the nearest Jayco dealer because they've nearly all got a workshop, right? And someone will come out who's been to their Master's Apprentice program. They come out and they sort of fix things on the spot. But if you're waiting from another caravan manufacturer and they say, oh yes, you'll need to take it to Tracy's Caravan Service, and you ring Tracy's Caravan Service and she says, oh yes, we'd love to have a look at your van. It's going to be, come back in 6 months' time. That's the first available space. And that's just absolutely pathetic. So you need a caravan company that says, hey, bring it straight in and we'll have a look over it for you.
Okay, next one. The window screw in the blinder line.
Oh yeah. If you've got a van out there.
Far side. It's only one window.
If you've got a van out there, maybe your frame has come off the wall a little bit.
Yeah, the white
One of the corners.
Yeah.
Or you've been going over the corrugations and you open the door and here's the whole window frame on the ground. Not the not the plastic bit, not the plastic bit, but the bit that holds the shade and the fly screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just pop on and off. In a full composite van, there are other types of metal pieces that they put into the walls to pick up the screws when you're screwing them in. And sometimes on installation, they're either in a rush or they haven't made sure that that metal bit that's behind in the wall is actually located in the correct spot. So they just screw it in with their little machine, thinking that it's in the right place. You do a little test and it's fine. It's got plenty of strength, but it's not actually connecting to that metal piece. I move the metal piece to where it should be, which you can reach in and do that. And then I put a slightly bigger screw in and it hasn't moved ever since.
No.
But that's a warranty thing.
Well, it would
If you're within the warranty period, right, just say you've got a 2-year by 5-year, right? You should be able to take that back and go, listen, my windows aren't working.
Yeah.
Can you please fix it? And they will just do that for you.
Next one, ensuite door. Off the rail. Too sensitive for the corrugations.
That's happened 2 times.
It's happened 2 times back to back. And both times it's been on corrugations.
So if you've got a sliding door that separates your bathroom toilet
So the
area,
ensuite door, yeah.
right? You have a little look, and the way it's assembled and put in the van is no different to what happens in a house. It does have a latch to secure it, so when you're driving along it's meant to be nice and firm. But the way it hooks over the top rails and slides along, it's got some bolt adjusters in there. So unless they're tight and they have a lock nut on them, but if it's got no Loctite on it,
but it's also got
it's
like a
gonna come
pelmet
apart.
over the top, so the pelmet's got to come off as well to be able to access where this comes off. So it's a bit of a job. It's not necessarily easy to access or easy to fix.
most people who are looking at that, if it's in the warranty period, you'd be ringing up. My door's come off, can you please fix it?
Yeah.
How quickly they're going to respond to that, I don't know. Because it's not a hard job, If you know what you're doing, or get on YouTube, there's a couple of videos about how to do it. It is pretty quick and easy. You know the door we just saw in the Harvok?
Yeah, the concertina one.
As flimsy as it is, I'd be willing to go with 10 of those before I put up with one of these models. I'm telling you what, all these heavy-duty sliding doors, rah, who cares? What for? They're in the road. There's less space. I can't even sit in the toilet.
Lose some weight, Dory.
I think this van is going. Plenty of room then for your towel roll to be on the door.
You just said the van, not the door.
No, the door's going. And if I can't get a door, the van's going.
Well, the first time we did it, we put it back together. We put it back on the rail and everything was fine. Next time, you got the Loctite out to it. Is that right? Is that what you call it?
Yeah, I did do that.
Because the second time it came off, we had it and we were on corrugations and we were a long way out, so we fixed it.
And that's why you see people doing little
Hasn't
mods.
done it since.
You see people doing mods with those doors. When I say mods, I mean like securing them in extra ways.
Or taking them off and putting a curtain there, or putting one of those concertina blinds, really lightweight concertina blinds. If it's constantly happening, maybe that's something you've got to think about.
What you need to understand with these warranties is that if you can argue, like there's fair use and fit for purpose. So even though they say, okay, it's a 2-year warranty on workmanship and everything that's in the van, right? If they say that to you and you've only used the van 2 times and 3 years have passed, you can go to the ACCC and say, well, listen, it hasn't lived up to expectations. It hasn't met with the conditions of operation. I've only used it 2 times. There you go, look, I've done 1,000 kilometres. Surely it's within reason that this door should still be on my van after just 2 outings and 1,000 kilometres. They will quickly agree with you, and the company then will be obligated to make that repair. So just because the warranties run out doesn't mean you can't get it repaired, or you can't argue sensibly that this is a good thing.
Yep.
Right.
Next one, TVs.
Oh yeah, look.
Buy 3.
If you've been following us, you'll know the TV sagas are endless. Spend some time.
I don't know what it is about us and TV.
If you're buying a caravan, make sure you've got that TV sorted out correctly. Yeah, because everyone we've had, remotes are operating the bloody overhead hatches, and instead of the TV, other things.
And then I actually broke the other one.
Yeah, look at this one. Look at this one now.
Oh, shut up.
You just grabbed it. You can see the fingerprints
Yeah,
on
but
it.
I didn't grab it. I just took it off the thing.
But that is such a level of beast happening there.
And there's another one in the front room that could go in there, but then you broke the latch off that. That came out of one of the old Caravans.
I actually did ring up because I thought, this is so light and flimsy, and we only bought it 6 months ago.
No, it wasn't even that.
How
could, like 3 months
how
ago.
could putting fingers on either side of that TV
It's got the pressure
cause that problem? Anyway, it was under warranty, but they just said that wasn't fair wear and tear. And I guess I can understand that. But my point was that it should be able to handle
being
you
taken
doing
off
that.
the latch, because that's what you got to do with it. You're not travelling with it.
We're not having wild parties ripping it off the wall. What's next?
Nah, Sizzler barbecue.
Yeah, well, it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, it's been replaced. Well, it does work. It's downstairs. You've maintained it, but it's still not working. It's just not. You can't trust it. You can't rely on it. So it's been replaced. Bye.
I do like that barbecue.
I know. That's why we've kept it.
These are from the farm, so they've got to be good. But this one here, it's massive. That would have hurt coming out.
That's good.
I don't think so. Look at this. But we're going to see what they're actually like.
Okay, fine.
Oh. That's what I hate about the Caravan barbecues. They're all at different angles. Hormone free, I don't know about that. Don't you like the way I'm cooking? Don't tell me you don't do that out there.
Sorry.
That's enough. And if I went out and bought some new gas rings and whatnot, I'm sure the problem we had with it would be working. But if you're within the warranty period and they supplied that with your caravan, you'd be entitled to get that repaired.
Yeah.
Or for the retailer or the wholesaler, or the retailer or the manufacturer of that van to help you with Sizzler to make that thing good again.
Next one for you.
Yeah.
DO35 hitch.
The hitch is very important, but it has a plastic cover
I think
and
this
a little
is
red
related
button.
to the Blackjack too.
It could have all happened on the one occasion.
I think it is.
Could have been an
actually
epic
related to it.
event of Shitsville. right? Shit, it's fallen off the jack. The jack's collapsed. The DO35
Right.
hitch has done this and done that.
Yeah.
But again, look, it's just a plastic thing and a little button.
So the plastic cover's broken and the little red button's gone. We replace the button. We've got to get the cover.
So, but yeah, look, from a warranty point of view, that's probably user error there.
That's user error. And the sizzler.
So I don't think you'd be claiming that.
It's wear and
You
tear
wouldn't be
user
making that
error.
claim. Okay, we told you at the beginning it's going to be some sensational catastrophe. I'm exaggerating, but
No,
it could
it
have been
is.
catastrophic.
Oh.
Let's talk about what's the first one. It happened twice to us, or me. Apparently, it's all my fault. I'm happy with that. I've adjusted.
You're
Everything's
still
my
arguing
fault.
about who did it. It's the door.
Now these doors,
You love the door,
The
but you
world-
don't treat it well.
the world's best door, in my view, just in my humble opinion. Because it's on the JK Silverline, must be good.
Oh God, help us all. It's also on
It's on a whole lot of
It's on your
premium.
Bruder too, by the way.
Oh, it is. It's on there. Anyway,
Go on,
you
tell
can
everyone.
see. What's happened is, first time, door just flew open. You can see down there. Have a look. Have a
See
look
it?
in the mirror. See it up the side. Go and fix the door.
Why am I fixing the door? I was not
Well,
the
you
one
left it
that
open.
unlocked it.
You had to have left it open. Go and show us.
Who had the keys?
Show us.
Who had the keys? This is what he did. Look. Now I have to finish his jobs.
And apparently I didn't lock it.
I gave him the keys. He goes, I will lock the van. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. He's not allowed to lock the van because you'll see why he's not allowed to lock the van with the next one.
We have new procedures to follow,
Yes, that's right.
which I'd
After
thoroughly,
these occasions.
I'd thoroughly recommend to you, right? Now, on occasion two, something strange happened. The supervisor who was responsible for my actions didn't do her job. Cruising up the road again. Next thing I'm looking out, and this happens. We've got to stop. Check out the window. Look out the window. Check it out. Look.
Oh my God.
Now listen to me. I closed that and locked it.
Yeah, but you mustn't have locked it the right
And
way.
Locked it.
And now you're stopped in the middle of a freeway without your bloody
not
lights
on
on
a
as
freeway.
usual. It's a highway.
It's one car a week here.
No. Oh my God. The door's come off.
Oh, the door just smashed.
Oh my God, you are fired. You are no longer allowed to drive anything. Now we've got to turn around and go back.
See what I mean? I haven't locked it or anything. It was locked before. It was locked because I pushed it up there and here. I do not lock the door anymore.
No.
It's as simple as that.
The keys have been removed. He's not allowed to have the keys.
Now, so what do you think about that, darling?
I'm still ordering.
There's
yours.
no way. I still maintain.
Next trip, the sags on the van, you're out. You're out. You can't lock the van. You're good at putting a cardboard on the door after you damage it, but that's about it.
Okay, so from a warranty point of view, just say this happens and the van's 3 months old, right? We're driving up there, door swings open, smashes that glass, and we're adamant that we lock that door.
No, you're adamant that you lock the door.
Yeah, the reason why I know, because when I closed it again, when it went click, click, it was locked. So the only thing I can think of, apart from the van moving mysteriously in such a way that the door pops open on the highway while we're going 60, right, on the smooth bitumen. Now that's not happening. I think I've locked it, but it hasn't actually caught properly. I think it's a bit of a stretch if you're going to try and claim a warranty there. We did the repair ourselves.
Yes.
The special
we did.
shout out, where do we buy that from? It's on the screen now.
Yeah.
They were insane. I rang Jayco up first because I thought, big Jayco factory, yeah,
Yep.
they're going to have one of these glass panels, surely.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that might be a 1 to 2 week wait. And I'm going, what is going on there?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you know? On the internet, find it, bang, order, pay, and it comes straight away the next day,
Yep.
all the way from Canberra.
Yep. I thought it was
What's that?
Queanbeyan or something.
Yeah, well, Canberra, Queanbeyan, down that way, wherever they are.
Yeah.
It came, we went out there and 20 minutes later we had a new bit of glass.
Next one. The reason the keys were removed from his care.
Oh yeah,
Ship.
goes back.
There is a reason. There was an event.
There was, and we're very lucky that we were close to the campground. We'd packed up and we'd left, and what do you know? Up the road is the country pie shop. Over I go to the pie shop, and I come back and I see, have a look at this.
What's happened here, darling?
Oh, shut up.
What's going on?
No, we're not filming.
Oh no! Tell me, what has happened?
Well, who locked the door
Okay.
and didn't turn the bloody button
Right,
off?
we always turn this magic black button off, except for the last time we left.
Yeah.
And what happens, if you don't turn this water pump off, and you get a bit vibrating, that little tap down there seems to come a little bit soft and gentle, and then the water comes out.
Oh,
And when you got one of these great wood boards on top, the water can't go in the drain, can it? So it kept running and running and running until it ran out of water in that tank.
I am not happy with you today. We're buying a swag and you're going in it.
Turn the tap off. Is the tap off? The handle. Yeah, it is. You've done a great job here, darling. We'll have to get some more gas, which we also ran out of, and crank it up for the heater. This is a good thing about having a composite caravan, isn't it? No timber. So all this water here, it's just running out. It'll stop running out sooner or later, and we'll mop it up, won't we? No swearing.
Excuse me.
So yeah, you got to check the basics, don't you? Have a look here.
Ooh, a little bit of water. We'll be right.
No, it's not good.
We'll get to the next campsite. And
Water and caravans don't mix.
Yeah, but that's the plastic fantastic, mate.
I didn't flick the switch, obviously,
No.
because I just had it on to activate the airbags.
Yes, that's right.
It's little things like this that manufacturers just got to get their head around. And I'm blaming them now.
Got to get their head around. Yeah, you've just turned into everyone else on the Facebook forums.
In terms of warranty, there's no warranty.
I agree with the caravan companies on this. You bought it, you know what the procedure is, you follow the procedure, and you have to do that. Sorry.
Now, if they gave me a proper handover, hold on, stop talking. If they gave me a proper handover at the beginning, I would have heard these instructions and it would be written down. You got to think a lot of people are out there buying a caravan for the first time. They don't know all these tricks. It's just like leaving the pressure release valve open on the hot water system under the fridge, right? And you don't even know until you're going to fill the water up and there's water pouring out under the van. You're going, what's going on? And then you find it, right? You don't find those things easily.
Yeah, but even if they did their handover, because that's just one thing and it's incidental and you don't use it all the time, you're going to forget about that.
You are.
And that's just what's going to happen. That's what happens with you. You have that thing. Oh, it's someone else's problem.
Video your
Until
handover.
it's your problem. Until it's your problem. Until there's water coming out everywhere.
Video
Far out.
your handover so you can refer to it. But this water, and you know what the great thing is about the water? We got to thoroughly clean the van out. And it is the plastic fantastic.
I got to thoroughly clean the van out while you were videoing. Yes, that's
It's
good
full
point,
composite,
everyone.
so it's not like the water's not doing any damage. You clean it out. We got to the campsite, we got some more gas, we turned the heater on, aired it out. There is one thing wrong with that tap, and they've changed all the taps now. The tap, if you would have noticed in that video, when it fails in the open position. You can see that, can't you?
So now there's a whole new procedure that I actually do. I do turn the pump off now because I do not trust the next person sitting next to me. I put a scrunchie on top of the switch and push it back in so it can't come forward.
I need you to start checking the hitch So when I put the
I'll
van
get
on,
up to
in
that.
case I forget to put the van on properly.
I'll get up to that. And then,
Look at this warranty scoreboard.
yep.
So, we don't have our warranty. When you look at this, we've got some third-party products, all of which have ended their lives.
Well, no, one hasn't. One got repaired.
Yeah, I didn't know it was still under warranty, but so I'm bringing that Sizzler
Yeah.
barbecue up. We might get a repair.
Also, one's been maintained and one's we're going to
That's
try and
right.
repair.
Then you move to this section we've called maintenance and repairs. Again, if you were within the warranty period, every one of those you would be ringing up the manufacturer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They're all warranty items.
So that's pretty clear cut. Now, getting to this user error category, what do you call that? What do you put all that down to?
I put it down to use it or lose it, or muscle memory. You need caravan muscle memory.
Muscle memory. It's like a sporting activity, isn't
It
it?
is. The more you use it, the more familiar you become with it.
It is.
And the less accidents are going to happen.
I'm sure everyone's had that situation. You put it away in the shed for 3 months, you get it out, and you go, oh dear, how do I work that again?
And
I've
then
forgotten. Next thing, you're making a mistake and there's an error.
That's right.
The last thing I want to mention here with this scoreboard, so many people just automatically blame the manufacturer or the retailer, and I don't think a lot of it's justified.
No.
Just because there are some third-party things going wrong doesn't mean that it's the manufacturer's fault and their van is rubbish as a result.
No, it doesn't.
You might get a bad run of fridges, a bad run of air conditioners. So keep all those things in mind, and it's really about after-sales service.
What do you think about what's a good warranty? What would you be looking for?
Oh, I don't know. I think 10 years. There's some of the companies are offering 10 years now on the chassis and 5 years on this and 3 years. 3, 5, 10 I think is where it's going.
Remember I said in the beginning, the seller knows a lot more about the product than you as the consumer. So they know what it can do, where it can go, and how long it's likely to last. So anyone out there that's just offering a really small amount of warranty, you have to say to yourself, well, they mustn't expect this van to last very long. So now people are coming out saying, well, here's a 10-year warranty, everything, body, chassis, you name it. They won't be warranting the fridge for 10 years. But the structure of the van, everything that's made up in there, and the chassis, they will be 10 years, and that's valuable.
Yeah, but you've got to get into the details. You've got to ask some questions about that. And that's why I say, like, write down the name of the brands of the third-party appliances that you're getting with that. And then look those warranties up. Look them up. So you know what you're getting into. Ring them up. Talk to them about that. What happens if this? What happens with that? Ask the companies that. You've got to understand what that means in real terms, not just legal terms, what it actually means for you, the consumer, in the real world.
Yeah. Also have a look to see whether it's transferable or not. Because if the warranty is transferable, you've got much more of a chance of selling it with that warranty. Yeah? And that's a bonus too if you're looking for a second-hand van.
That will help the real sale value.
Yeah, if it can be transferred, that's a good thing. Anything that's excluded needs to be written down really carefully and clearly. There's an obligation on the manufacturer or the retailer to be completely transparent when it comes to these warranties. I mentioned lifetime warranties before. Just what does that mean? And they need to explain it. If you're doing a mod that is penetrating the van, adding additional electricity, those things could void your warranty quite quickly and easily.
Yeah.
So you need to be careful about how you do that. I'd even consult that caravan company if you had a longer term warranty and get their approval for those things to be installed. But you're parting with some really hard-earned cash, aren't you?
You're parting with a lot of money, so you want to know that because there's a lot, when you're out there in the outback, you're a long way away from someone being able to fix your van.
And you want to know, it doesn't matter what you're spending.
Yeah.
You could be spending $25,000 for a new something,
Yeah.
or you could be spending $225,000.
Oh, 300,000 at the moment.
So if you're spending that kind of money, mate, I'd want to make sure it's a Rolls Royce. Now, these things are hand assembled. So sure, they have a lot of high-tech stuff now. It's all cut out, it's all laser cut, all that kind of stuff, and it fits together beautifully. But someone is still putting it together. It's not like a car where you got robots putting it together and it's identical every single time. Like you can't even get two Caravans that weigh the same.
No, that's a bit of an issue.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, apparently.
So look, you know, just be careful out there. And also remember that even if there's a warranty for, say, 2 years, and you've only used that van 2 times in 2 years. There's fair use and expected performance of the product. So using it twice in 2 years and then taking it out and it fails, you're still probably going to be entitled through the ACCC to get a warranty claim. So it's got to perform as you would expect it to perform. If it says fully off-road van, you need to ask, well, what's that mean? Yeah, can I go here and here and here? What happens if I drive through the river? Does it have that water coverage?
Like Prado.
What's a major failure? Yeah, it could be an accumulation of things equals, hey, this is a major stuff up here. Everything and anything is going wrong with this van.
Yeah.
Or, like this one, what happened the other day? There was a zone on fire.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
So I don't know if you haven't seen that. That van is burning to the ground.
Yeah, I
So what's
imagine
that?
the only thing that's going to be left is the chassis. It looked pretty on fire from the photo.
Well, you're looking at this photo now.
Yeah.
Right? You can see, is that a warranty issue or is that going to be an insurance issue? Unless someone saw it actually start and where it started, it's going to need a lot of investigating.
Well, I'm sure they'll investigate it and they'll work out what it is.
Well, who
but
knows?
Yeah.
No one knows. No one's heard anything more. I believe that that company is talking to the owner and they could well have had something else plugged in. They could have done a mod. Who knows? But if that's a major failure and it can be proved that something in that van has failed, caused that fire, that's going to be a warranty, mate. I want a replacement right now.
Well, that's going to be a write-off, statutory write-off. You get a new one.
Yeah, but that's insurance. I'm talking about, hey, manufacturer, I need a new van, this has failed. So just in summary, with this warranty stuff, you just got to make sure you can get a comprehensive warranty. You read all the details. Don't just go signing up to anything and everything, because you may find that a major failure in their eyes means something different to what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, so we hope we've helped you out a little bit there. That's our own little experiences. Because we're sort of out of warranty, we haven't had any chassis issues.
No, well, you keep checking every time we go out to the van. You're like
And I
underneath
check.
it.
Maintenance,
Constantly.
maintenance, maintenance.
Yeah.
Do your maintenance. Don't leave your van sitting, turned off for a year.
Yeah.
And then go to get in it at Christmas time.
Or Easter time.
Oh, my aircon's not working.
Yeah.
The gas is not working. Whatever it is, you need to test these things out.
Yeah.
Just have a little schedule and a little alarm and go out there once a month and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, learn how to store your lithium batteries correctly in terms of the charge, because it's not, I bet, what you think it is. So you can do your own little research there. That's right. If you're interested in anything caravan accessory-wise,
Yeah.
just jump on Campfire. You'll get a little discount there. The codes are below and they're also on this slide. Yep. You can also go to Novesite and you can go to Osbriar.
Yeah.
That's my favourite thing. They've got barbecues. They've got those big knives that you guys bought me for Christmas.
Yep.
This is a knife.
When you get the knives out though, you cut yourself. So
They're going to last
you
for
still
so
haven't
long.
learned.
Righto. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.